you're doing this way better than I've seen you do.
Dude,
this.
yeah, it's like coming together like crazy just for this like on-camera game. It's like, all right, get
practicing
wrecked.
yesterday and just getting slapped around.
All right.
Man, the cameras turn on and he's ready to go.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for being here. Welcome. This is our second in a series of gameplay videos for the Alpha Clash trading card game, one that we've had an eye on for a little while and that we're happy to be supporting and covering with our videos and sales. So some products that we're selling, starters and booster boxes in the form of our booster box subscription. Those of you who've been following us for a long time probably have an understanding of what a booster box subscription is. I might get more into that later in the video, but you're not necessarily here to hear about a booster box subscription, even though as marketing, I wish that you were. What you're here for, I hope, is to watch a high level, let's say that differently, a play session with high level decks.
And one really high level player.
We don't know who it is. We've never been able to figure it out. But we have some decks that were sent us from Rising Empire. That's the group making Alpha Clash. They think that these are two decks that are likely to appear in a metagame from the first set, The Awakening of Alpha Clash. We wanted to do this because a lot of times it's really helpful when you're vetting a game, when you're thinking, do I want to play this? Do I want to buy into this game? You don't want to just see pre-con demo gameplay. You want to see what the game actually looks like at its highest level when the decks are at the highest level again. So
little asterisk at the bottom saying that.
That's what we're doing here. If you don't know how to play that, we have a video for you. That is the Learn to Play video with the pre-con decks. That'll give you the basics of the rules. We're going to be playing like normal players will play during this video. We'll clarify some things that might be confusing along the way because everybody's still pretty new to this one. But otherwise, we're just going to enjoy ourselves. We're going to show you a game of Torque. It's a red, what is this, red and white deck?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So it's a dual color deck, and who are you playing?
I'm playing Magnate again. So I played that from the precons. This is the same character that comes in the precons, Magnate Awakened. What does Torque do?
Torque the Diabolical. You want to know about Torque?
Sounds like a good guy.
So again, has 30 health, has the always on ability. Once per turn during your primary phase, you can engage to deal 1 damage to a target clash card. Most of the time, this just means that instead of like attacking something, I can actually just tap or engage to do 1 damage to something on your side of the field. And that non-clash damage sticks around during the turn. So I can do 1, and then I can attack so that I can get rid of like your little bonus defense. It's kind of a good answer to that. But maybe more importantly on Torque is whenever non-clash damage is dealt to this contender, draw a card, and it triggers once per turn. So what you'll find with this deck, you actually are building an engine, and this is what Constructed, usually looks like.
Sure.
I actually have a lot of cards from the Torque side of red that deal damage to my contender when they come into play. And so I'm going to be trading 1 damage on my contender for card draw over the course of the game, and that's going to get my engine going. It's supposed to be kind of a mid-range, make good trades kind of deck. I should be able to control the board with some direct control cards. It's basically me playing a burn deck, which feels like a bit of a shift, honestly.
Well, and partially because, so I'm playing Magnate from the Clash kit, but he's green, and I'm mixing it with blue. And the reason that I'm playing this deck, one, is that I found I like Magnate. I like a good villain. But I'm bringing in blue cards that accelerate my resource curve. So particularly, there's a Haven Bountiful Collector card. And when she enters play, I actually take an extra card from my hand and engage it as a resource. So I don't get the extra resource that turn, but you can see how you can quickly ramp up. And then that lets me, of course, play more aggressive big cards faster.
That's right.
So this is, even though it has blue in it...
Is it Zach's Beefy Boys, ultimately?
Maybe.
It's pretty beefy. We played the match
a
few
just
times.
looking through it. Yeah, it's got some beef. But essentially, it's an aggro deck. And so it kind of feels odd on the surface because we've got Magnate who gives my stuff +1 defense, and I'm also playing blue, which are two things you would not normally associate with aggro. You'd think the red deck, in my brain, red is aggro, direct damage. But you're kind of more of a mid-range control situation, which I do think fits your mid-range vibe.
Yeah.
So not completely expected, but also not completely unexpected.
Not so unexpected. Now, all these cards come from these Alpha Clash booster boxes. So this is the first set, The Awakening. All of the cards here are from the first set exclusively. And they're, I gotta say, good-looking cards. They really are. We're obviously trying to sell you things in the grand scheme of things because we are a retailer, but we pick up things that we genuinely enjoy, and we think that this game the cards that you'll see over the course of the actual constructed decks, you get to see a wider variety of like the cards. And it really does take you back. If you're like a 1991 to 1995 superhero card trading person, it'll hit for you. I'll say that.
The way I described it in the previous video was the game feels like an indie comic book runs into an indie card game, and this is what spins out in every direction that you could apply that to.
And they've got the graphic novel, they've got the novel, they want to do comic books coming up. They got a whole very ambitious team. So we'll see if they pull it off. I hope they do.
And I went first in the previous game.
That's right.
So how about you take the honor of going first in
right,
the constructed game?
Now the player that goes first doesn't get to draw on their first turn or attack on their first turn. Otherwise, there's no summoning sickness during the game, so keep that in mind. And Zach, you're taking your mulligan. Can you tell us again how a mulligan works in this game?
Yeah, so you draw 8, and then you can literally keep any number of those cards, shuffle the rest back into your deck, and then draw back up to 8. So same vibe in the tutorial video was looking at the cost curve. You can play 1 resource a turn. Ideally, you want to have things to do at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. But I don't have a very clean hand for that reason. I do have a 1 cost that I like. I don't have a 2 cost, so I'm going to keep 2 1s on the reality that I could play both of them. And I'm really wanting to see that Haven card I was mentioning. So I'm actually going to pitch or shuffle back in 5 cards to draw back up and hopefully see things that I want to see.
I like this. So I'm going to hold on. Flare is a really good example of a card that kind of helps make this deck come alive. It says once per turn during your primary phase, you can engage it to deal 1 damage to target clash card or contender. This is a really nice piece of the deck. So if I engage this, I can deal 1 to Torque the Diabolical. That's going to draw me a card. So this can be a bit of a draw engine. The problem is it's hard to play this on the first turn because you use the ability, then your opponent typically just takes it off the board. So I might actually hold back and play this as like my second turn play, where I can drop a couple of things at once, and that way Flare can stay protected so that I can keep using that ability. I've also got, I like these cards. These are all kind of my important cards.
Keeping 5.
I'm keeping 4.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so 4 going under.
I love the foil on this Torque. From where I'm sitting, it's like he's got like a glow around him.
Yeah, it looks really good, doesn't it? This is it's just fun. This is, we've
That's what I was saying earlier.
we've been in Flesh and Blood for a while, and it's incredibly well designed, super tight, super good. But this is a little more high flying. There's more moments.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of hits where Sorcery has been hitting for me too, where it's just like
bigger.
This is like a faster, big moment kind of game. Sorcery is like a giant medieval storybook opens up, and you somehow find yourself telling all sorts of insane stories. This one is a nice. I think by the time we actually played this, like if we're playing it not on camera, we'll probably get it 30-minute games.
Yeah,
maybe less.
Easy.
It's probably best 2 or 3 game.
I would assume. It seems like it'll be pretty normal to not ever really get past the like 6 to 8 resource range, and then I think there'll be decks that get to 5 or 6 and just stop playing resources.
Yeah,
and it'll be fun to see what those archetypes are like.
You know what's crazy? When you start actually getting this game, you're like, I could actually just build to this moment at like 6 resources. A combination of 3 cards happens, and suddenly it's amazing. But I don't think I have the time to get there. And that is the problem with aggro, isn't it?
The pressure point.
Okay, so don't want to put my winning cards in the... Okay. I'm going to play my 6-drop here, which is a bummer. It's a gorgeous resource, isn't it? And then I'm going to use that resource to play...
Now that we're playing mixed color decks, thresholds get really relevant.
It's really relevant. Torque the Uncontrollable.
Hello.
It enters, I deal 1 damage to my contender. So I'll take 1, but that'll trigger Torque to draw a card. When it would be dealt non-clash damage, I prevent it, and I instead get +1/+1 for every damage prevented. So if I do 3 to this, it's actually a +3/+3. And then if 5 or more of that damage happens, it gets breakthrough. So basically, I can take my control effects and instead pump them into Torque the Uncontrollable and buff him up and then attack him.
Yeah, or if the control effects are like universal. So if you did like 5 damage to everything on the table, which I think that's one of the cards does. He gets pumped up with breakthrough, and you clear my board potentially. It's really good.
That's right. It is good.
Over to me.
Over to you. Now I do have the option. I can't attack first turn. I was going to say.
So I will draw, and then we will play a green resource, and then we will play a Magnate Cunning Planner from the starter.
Just an absolute classic.
Yep. Engage that resource and pass it back over to you.
Okay. I get to draw my card now. Finally. This game, it does it, though. All right, we'll play a resource here.
Simple decisions.
So hard. We'll spend 1 on Flare.
Okay.
Clash. And then I'm going to engage, deal 1 to a contender, or a Clash card, engage the 1 to a Clash card. To do 2 to your Magnate.
So they're both doing 1.
Yeah.
Which will clear this.
When draw a card.
I'll draw a card.
And then I'll pay 1. Let's swing at you for 1.
I'll take 1.
And then I'll pay 1 for another Torque the Uncontrollable. I'll deal 1 to my contender and draw a card.
That's going to be a problem. All right, let's ready my resource and draw a card.
I'm basically going to keep 1 Torque up to protect this 1/1 Flare here.
I'm going to play a blue. We're going to play a Haven, Alpha Collector.
But you did it. You found the accelerator.
Cost 2. And then we will play another resource, and it comes in engaged. So then... I don't like it. Got that blocker there.
Yeah, that's right. I've learned.
All right. I'll pass.
Okay. Everything readies. Resources come up. Draw a card. Okay. Let's play some money. I guess...
You'll notice, unlike the previous game, I'm not attacking you with my Magnate. I'm a little more scared of your ability to be aggro here.
I'm a little scarier, honestly. Man, I really just want to kind of run close to the ground here.
What's that mean?
Like not even playing a resource. Of course, that's insane.
You'll Will Morgan school of strategy.
It is insane, though. Let's just be real about that.
But that's kind of what I was saying earlier. Like, the value of a card in your hand is actually worth a lot. So, yeah, you want the resource, but technically, if you have a bunch of littler things to keep playing, I mean, I assume that third resource is going to be worth a lot. So,
yeah, it is.
But I get where you're coming from.
1 there and 1 there. Okay. Let's play a resource here.
Playing some pretty resources.
They're gorgeous.
Best looking resources on this side of the Mississippi.
Okay, I'm gonna engage to deal 1 here, and engage to deal 1 here. It doesn't have your buff because it's a compass card. I can't remember what those are.
Wayfinders.
Yeah, Wayfinders. Good. How did you know that?
I'm kidding. That's a tough. Could be right, I guess. How did you know?
All right, I'm gonna pay 2, a white and a red, to Solar Smash, deal 3 to target contender. I'll do that to you there.
What's happening?
And then I'll
This is not how our practice games went.
For Torque the Uncontrollable.
What is happening?
I'll deal 1 to myself and draw a card.
He's so uncontrollable. Can you imagine if you played that? It's gonna get bad.
It would get bad.
I need to get these guys off the table.
Then I'll do 1 here.
Take it.
And I'll pass.
Jiminy Christmas. All right, let's ready this stuff and draw. And hope we get something worth playing. Let's play resource here. Let's play another Haven.
We were ramping.
We'll see if it's enough. Let's play here. Oh, it comes in engaged. And then I will spend 1 on Terrence T-Bone Bonnard.
Mm.
And then he's going to attack this Torque.
Mm-hmm. I got nothing for you there.
I can't let you have 3 in play. Then I will pass.
All right. Ready, everything? Draw a card.
It's getting intense in here.
Yeah, dude, it's constructed. Let's go.
Yeah, I can feel the heat too.
Rah, rah.
You're doing this way better than I've seen you do.
Dude,
this.
yeah, it's like coming together like crazy just for this like on-camera game. It's like, all right, get
practicing
wrecked.
yesterday and just getting slapped around.
All right.
Man, the cameras turn on and he's ready to go.
Yeah. Where are we gonna go here? How heavy are we gonna play it? You know? We've got a lot of questions to ask. A lot of questions here. A lot of questions. Okay.
You gonna burn me down?
I'm gonna try. Yeah. I'm gonna do 1 to your contender.
Okay.
With flair there. I could draw a card alternatively, which might be right. We'll never know. I've got a Here Comes the Boom here. So I'll pay 4. That's 2 reds needed, so I've got 3 reds. 5 damage to all Clash cards.
So here.
Flare goes, but then Torque, if it would take non-Clash damage, instead gets +1 for each damage prevented. So it actually gets +5/+5, and +5/+5.
Man, he is cooking with gas.
Well, we're in constructed now, aren't we? Swing at you for 6. Swing at you for 6. And swing at you for 1.
Take 1 yourself.
Yeah.
All right, so 11. This is unbelievable. What happened?
Let's go away for the turn. Over to you.
He's awake. All right, let's draw a card.
It's a short-term play though, right? I'm supposed to be controlling the board mid-range, and instead that could be a fancy moment that doesn't really go anywhere.
Yeah, we will see. Let's play here. We're gonna play T-Bone Powers Unlocked for 4.
It's a big one.
Oh, this doesn't work. My threshold.
You got 2 blues?
I do,
So you can play it, yeah.
But the thing I wanted to do outside of that is less possible. I gotta think. Think.
Think.
Yeah, we'll still do it. So go 2 and 2.
All right, so you satisfied your 2 blue resources there, and then you can get 2 from anywhere.
That's right.
Coming from green.
And then I will swing at one of your Torques for 5.
You got it.
And hope.
You go.
Don't kill me now.
Over to me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, ready up. Draw a card.
So now it's interesting because I have more resources, but I have to do something with those resources. Or it's all for naught. You did so much damage so quickly.
Yeah, I got right in there, didn't I?
The little triple Torque.
Yeah, we're triple torquing. Well, you know, when you have the aggro opportunity, you take
just
it,
keep
right?
going, man. Let's go.
All right. Well, here comes the boom again.
Oh my gosh.
Let's do 5 to all Clash cards.
That is unreal.
Give you +5. Let's swing at you for 6.
All right.
And then I'll swing at you for 1.
Take it. How many cards in here? Asking for a friend.
3.
Okay.
Pass back to you.
Jiminy Christmas. I better draw some heat.
Welcome to Constructed, Bun. You like Torque? Seeing 3 Torque, they're controllable, and 2 Here Comes the Boom. I couldn't have said it better.
It's very good.
But can you come back?
Let's play this.
You got 7 money. You got a good shot at it.
It's bad. I'll make you discard a card.
And that ability is on because you're under 10 health, or 10 or less health. So now you've got that.
I'm going to play Apex.
I've actually got a pathway here then to glory.
And run you out of cards.
Mm-hmm.
So he has a flight, 6 attack, technically 5 health, or 5 defense. Counter attack. After you declare an attack, I can engage him to cancel the attack.
Cool. Yeah. But are you going to use it?
I'm not going to attack.
Or are you going to attack my torque? What if I have another here comes the boom and who knows, you know?
Well, I have to bet you don't. Because you could also just have something
It's a pretty good bet.
that's got,
Pretty good bet.
you know. Anyways, pass.
All right.
Pray for rain.
All right. Untap. Unengage. Disengage. Is that what they call it?
Disengage. I think it's just, I don't know what it's called. Ready?
Card.
I think I call it ready.
Okay.
This is unbelievable. Where was this?
Welcome to London.
I think you were sharking me. I was like, wait, no, you can just be confident going into our on-camera fight.
Any attack, you can engage it. And, okay. Let's think about this. So we're actually going to play Flare as a resource.
Mm-hmm.
Go to 6. I could pump up torque. You could cancel it. Let's swing it to your contender for 1.
No blocks? Do you have any?
Yeah, I'm going to go +2/+2.
I'm going to give my guy +2/+2.
Cool.
Which I've never done.
Yeah, all right.
We're going to play Power Overflowing. So, it says target contender or clash grades +2/+2.
So you've got 2 defense. I go to 3 attacks. So you take 1.
Yeah, we both draw a card.
And we both draw a card.
Party on, Wayne.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Pay 2 for Solar Smash, deal 3 to a contender.
He got me with a burn card.
Who's laughing now,
What
Mr. Molten
injustice
Gold?
is this? Ah. Well, that's constructed.
Man, I got off to a tear there.
That's crazy. That was like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Felt like it.
You got torqued.
I did.
You got straight up torqued.
I wasn't even close. You had 25 health left.
To put this into context here, everybody, I just want to make everybody aware that we played this matchup 3 times yesterday,
and
I lost every single time. It wasn't even close.
There was one that was kind of close.
It was kind of close. I think I figured out the deck.
Yeah.
See, what
Torques with the bomb card.
I'm supposed
Here
to
comes
draw
the bomb.
Okay, so one of the things I did learn last game, what I did was or last few games, I would play Flare, draw a card, and then you would play something, kill Flare, and that was the end.
Yeah.
So this time I played the Torque first, didn't engage or anything, and then I played the Flare and started using it and protected and started clearing the board with these.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how much that made a difference.
Having the 2 health blocker was actually super relevant because I could swing at 1 here and would normally clear it if you had not had a blocker around.
Mm-hmm.
And then just you having the double, even one of the double torques with the 5 to everything, clear my board and hitting me for
crazy
12.
Yeah.
Is what that deck is designed to do, clearly.
But I think that's what we mean when we're talking about, like, this would never happen in Flesh and Blood. You know, it would be like 6-5, 6-5, 8-2. You know, like, these big moments is what I think is missing from some of the more super tweaked game designs.
Yeah.
If you're trying to be the greatest, champion of this kind of a game, it's like a Pokemon or a Magic. Sometimes big things happen on the table, and it's like, yeah,
it's really cool. Like, we'll talk about that
game.
This game it's like, did you see that? Like, isn't that crazy?
You got torqued.
And there are big moments in Fab as well. But I feel like the game is lighter and faster. So I'm assuming, I don't know this for a fact, this will be best 2 out of 3 in tournament settings. Mm-hmm. And you get more space as designers to push cards because big things are going to happen. Mm-hmm. And you can, Star Wars TCG had this exact thing where, big moments will happen. And you kind of counter that a little bit by saying, well, a deck has to be able to reliably do the thing to be good.
Yeah.
Whatever that thing is, it can't just be the one-time occurrence that happens. So that was awesome to see.
Yeah.
Especially after last night, like seeing that these same decks can, like you can change your play pattern a little bit and it makes such a huge difference is awesome.
Do you want to play another one?
I'd play another one.
All right, let's do another one real quick.